Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I am back again for your health-focused monthly tarot horoscope for the month of March. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Cancer, the lovely crabby pants Cancers. um, so I know this is slow going, guys, with these videos, with these health videos, but I am posting like a crazy amount of links and with each video, so it takes me some time. So I'm posting them as soon as I finish them, and I appreciate your patience. So Cancers are generally really patient, and I appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you. And so again, this is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Cancer. And I am making the disclaimer in each video that this is not meant to prevent, treat, or cure any diseases. And I'm not an herbalist. I just happen to know a lot about herbs and natural medicine and natural remedies. And this is, the videos are really intended to provide people with links or the ability to links to supplements and things that they can buy for themselves, and so that they can take charge of their health. So instead of you just like putting all your faith and trust into one doctor, this is you taking your power back and saying, okay, what's really going on here with my health, and doing your research. And this is using the law of attraction with the tarot. And the deck that I'm using is the Herbal Tarot by Michael Tierra and Candace Canton. And, I'm showing everybody, I've really made it my own again. So I use the information from the booklet, but that came with it. But I also happen to know a lot about these herbs and supplements and tinctures and tea. And so there's just, even if like these things, like you don't feel like you're resonating, the medicine may help somebody else. So, I feel like the access to the kind of medicine that's in this deck is is really special, actually, because not everybody has access to this kind of stuff. And I feel like this is the medicine that is the way of the future. And it used to be the way of the past, but now it's the way of the future. So it's like kind of come full circle. And I feel strongly that, some of the things that I've taken, that are in this deck, had totally changed my life and my health. So I strongly recommend you check out the links. I've separated it into male cancers, female cancers, and both. And you'll see in the reading what I recommend. So I'm just going to start. By the way, if you want a private reading, we don't have to use this deck. We can use one of my other two decks, the regular deck, main deck that I use, which is the Shadowscape, or we can use my sex erotic deck, or we could use this deck. So when you contact me for a private reading, it's really, normally I just use my main deck unless you guys specify so that you want to do, a health reading, and that would be more specific for you than watching the general, of course, because this isn't going to apply to everyone. But I have split it up into male cancers, female cancers, and both cancers. Some things are specifically meant for women, and some things obviously are specifically meant for men, but then health is very personal. So I feel like the best reading would be to have a private reading. Okay, so let's see for cancers. Very interesting spread, guys. Okay, so the track that you're on, it looks like, is the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups it used to be, and I changed it, the weed card, okay? But it's no longer. It's the pineapple card. And it says, the need to party like a rock star. And this is both male and female cancers. It says, time to go out and be social. Having people over, needing to Eat pineapple and more fruits in your diet, okay? For those of you who have urinary problems or bladder problems, I recommended the D-mannose. D-mannose is a powder that comes from pineapple, okay? I also usually recommend it in combination with trisalts and MSM. The trisalts also reduces inflammation and it helps to alkaline your system. The bladder really likes this stuff, let me just say. And then the MSM also reduces inflammation. And it's great for people who have joint issues. So say you're an older Cancer. Nothing wrong with that. Age is wisdom, right? So this would be a great combination for you because the MSM would also help your joints, especially if you're exercising. This is for women, for female cancers, this is women's health issues also, okay? And the fruits and being hydrated will help you with that. For guys, however, this is drinking too much. That's the issue. And I would recommend counseling if this is the case. Because it's time to kind of take control of your drinking, Cancer guys. You need to really take control. If it's become a problem, if it's out of hand, then it's time to really get your power back and admit kind of the issue and kind of go from there. The Four of Cups is what's crossing you, which is really interesting. For female cancers, this is burdock root, okay? And this is the card about uncertainty and waiting. Can be guys as well, that there's some uncertainty and waiting here. It says take burdock root to detox while you wait. Burdock tincture or root tea. It's great for improving skin issues, including acne, psoriasis. It's great in combo with yellow dock and sarsaparilla root, which I did talk about in my Gemini video, I think, and how sarsaparilla root is my favorite. I think it's my favorite herb of all time. I had really bad plaque psoriasis all over my neck, all over my arms, all over my legs, and it's gone. And I took that stuff. And no doctor could figure it out. So I went and I looked up, I got this big book, Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine, and I looked up in that book. I just started reading, and there it was. I was like, oh, okay, this is what I've got. and I took the sarsaparilla because that was one of the suggestions, and it changed my life. So if you have, what you might call eczema or you might call psoriasis, any kind of plaque, rashes, skin rashes, sarsaparilla root is not going to kill you. Sarsaparilla root it goes back way. It's really, really, really old herb that's been around forever. And it is a great detoxifier. It helps the liver. It helps the the intestines. It helps because it helps get rid of toxins. It binds to toxins. So it's great in combination with the yellow dock, okay, and the burdock root because it's all they kind of work synergetically together. It's great for people who are diabetic, and it strengthens the liver, the kidneys. It's a diuretic. It's also great for lymphatic issues, fever, infection. It's antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-tumor. I am going to be doing a video about anti-tumor herbs, and the reason I'm so excited about this deck, and I love this deck so much, is because it gives me an opportunity to really do videos and do more about the medicine. Because I feel in society, people, and just in general, we've gotten so lost with regards to our health. And we need to take our power back and say, it's about the medicine. It's about time we focus on the medicine, the real medicine. What's going to make us better, And again, I disclaim, I'm not promising the world here with any of this stuff, but I can say in my own personal experience, taking this the sarsaparilla changed my life forever. And I talked about it on my Gemini video. It's the same thing here. Changed my life. I mean, you can see. I mean, I don't have, you know, I don't. So, I mean, it's just one of those things that it's amazing. And it's one of the things that actually got me so interested in alternative medicine. I actually was going to go back to school to become a naturopath. And then I wanted to go back to school to become an herbalist. And then I wanted to go back to school to study traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And then it kind of goes on and on and on. All this stuff is what's interesting to me. But I am going to be doing a video about anti-tumor herbs because I feel like it's so important in society right now for people to understand what's out there, what they can take if they're getting any kind of cancer treatments, or if they're past the point of cancer treatments and they're just like, they're desperate for something to take that will shrink their tumor if they have a tumor. So I'm going to be doing a video about that. It may not be for a while because I have to get to the rest of the zodiac with these videos, and then everybody's been clamoring for my regular videos. So it may take a little bit, but be patient. Remind me if that's something that you want me to do. Message me and say, yes, please post a video on anti-tumor herbs, and I will talk a lot about, the whole video will be about anti-tumor herbs. Okay, so the foundation here is running away. In the distant past, it's a strange card. It says to run away or try to avoid consequences. A sneak or somebody who's in stealth mode, somebody who is very nervous or anxious, high-strung or strung out or overtired, beaten and broken, possibly having spent time in jail or in confined situations, cases of extreme poverty, the trickle-down poverty consciousness from Depression-era family, concerns about money are the problem, not enough concern about health. So wood betony is the herb here, and this is for guys and girls. And I'm getting a tingle on this. This is very important for you. It says great as tea or tincture. The whole plant is used as a cure-all, okay? Really cool. But it's not you inherited from them, and you need to kind of move past because it's no longer applicable. It's no longer, you don't have to worry about being, I mean, maybe you're in this life, you are struggling with poverty, but at the same time, it's not a mentality that you need to have, okay, that's good for you. The mentality that you should have is I'm abundant now. I have an overflowing bank account now. That's the consciousness that you need to have. Not, where am I going to get the money? How am I going to get the money? What am I going to do about money? How am I going to pay for this? How am I going to get food? How am I going to get gas? That's negative. And that's not healthy. And that's why it's coming up in this spread, okay? Wood betony would be a great thing to take to kind of, it's a cure-all. So, I mean, take it, and whatever you've got, whatever's going on, it's going to help balance you out. I feel like balance is necessary. The word balance in the month of March. Now this is in the distant past. Okay, so this colors the whole spread, however, because past influences present and future. So in the distant past, you had this poverty consciousness. You were or are still concerned about money. And it's not good for your health because you're so focused on survival that you're not focused on taking care of your health. And health should be priority one. Because as my aunt says, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. It's true. You know, as important it is for us to have relationships and a job and finances and everything, if we don't have our health, we can't do anything. Now, in the recent past, I feel like this is shouting out to female cancers to take the black cohosh. Now, black cohosh is an interesting herb. Black cohosh regulates your menstrual cycle, okay? it's strong. And I'm not going to lie, it's not for everyone, okay? If you're younger, I probably, in this case, I feel like you would be better off taking some tinctures, something a little bit more mild. If you're older, then I would say take the black cohosh in combination with dim, okay? If you're going through some, like menopausal changes, or, you're kind of in your 40s, that's when I would say take the black cohosh. 40s or 50s even. Younger than that, I would take some tinctures, and I would start following your cycle, and I would start detoxing, because this is the burdock root and the sarsaparilla root and the yellow dock. That's all about detoxifying. And guys and girls can take burdock, okay? And guys and girls can take sarsaparilla. So I'm going to go ahead and say male and female cancers, you can take the sarsaparilla root, you can take the burdock root, and in combination, and that will help you detox. See, because even as females, if you detox, your liver is not inundated with all the excess hormones. So it's really good for you to focus on detoxing more rather than taking like this to kind of force your cycle into action. Or, not that herbs force it, but I feel like for some of you, Cancer women, want like control over your monthly cycle, like real tight control. And it doesn't really work that way. And you may have gotten into the trap of taking birth control pills. I feel like some of you took some birth control pills. And if that's the case, you're in a really negative, your body is in a shutdown mode. And the black cohosh, yes, it would regulate it if you've just recently gone off birth control, but you need to detox because of all the excess hormones. Even if they tell you, oh, it's just a low dose, blah, blah, blah. No, it's low dose is still a dose of chemicals that your body has to process. So I hate to rain on your birth control parade, but condoms, wear condoms. That's what I say. Or find another solution, but don't. I like the number one thing I tell to all young women: do not take birth control. Do not. So if you're younger and you're watching this video and you're like, wow, I was really just thinking about going on the pill, don't. Why? Because everybody my age who's gone on the pill when they were younger, they all have PCOS. They all have infertility issues. They all have problems getting pregnant. They all have to try IVF at some point. And that's not something that you want to deal with. Yes, when you're young, it seems all good and fun and fine, but later, once you decide to go off it because you can't stay on it forever, is a problem because your body, your hormones have shut everything down and your pituitary gland is all screwed up. So, long story short, females, don't take the pill, okay? Females, if you just went off the pill, it'd be good to contact me for a reading. That way we can talk specifically about the herbs that you should take to kind of balance things out. But I would strongly recommend a great place to start would be the detox, okay? Detox. Excuse me, drink a lot of water too. And guys, okay, so funny, I kind of gone off a tangent here, but guys, this is all about restrictions, being held back, waiting for some reason. You feel restricted in some way, like you can't do something, like you're waiting for something to happen in order to feel free. Maybe I kind of feel like you're on a very tight leash in a relationship, okay? So guys, girls, you're in a relationship and you're on a very tight leash, and maybe you're just frustrated with feeling like you have very little freedom, or room to move. Okay, and now it's kind of gotten to you. You're very impatient, you're frustrated, and there are some secrets going on. There is some hidden things that you don't know or don't see. And it says all truths will be revealed, and as always, the truth will set you free. You can use communication as your escape route. Good communication will lead you to freedom. Okay, so don't. Cancers have a tendency to go with the flow. and or to control things because they don't want to let go. They're holding on, okay? So you need to do both. You need to let go, let God, and communicate in a healthy way. So, if somebody's bothering you, tell them. Be like, look, this is not good. This is not good for me, anymore, or these are the things that I expect. These are the things that I'm willing to agree on. These are the boundaries that I'm setting. Communicate in a healthy way. This is going to lead to, or has led to extreme anxiety. The word in March I'm getting for you Cancers is anxiety for some reason. I don't really consider Cancers to be very anxious people, but I'm getting that there's some anxiety issues going on. Insomnia, anxiety, stress due to issues with boundaries. Okay, there we go again, setting your boundaries, not having boundaries. Staying up too late, not saying no. Okay, so you're not saying no enough, okay? And not paying attention to your body, okay? When it's hungry, when it's tired, when it's sleepy, when it's in pain. Issues with balance, not enough work-life balance. Maybe you're just like, you're pushing the envelope, Cancer. You've been pushing the envelope, or you're going to be pushing the envelope in March. And I mean, I know we're already in March, and March is, slowly slipping through our fingers here because these videos take me so long. But there is, there is some issue with setting these boundaries for yourself. And this is both guys and girls, okay? Guys and girls, set some boundaries. Get more sleep. Say no. When you're tired, take a nap. Go to bed, Don't stay up until midnight, or 1 o'clock in the morning, or 2, or 3, or 4. No. If you did, like the night before, stay up that late, then the following night, you need to get back on your regular, schedule, regime. Because if you don't, it'll start to spin out of control where your body has been sending you signals, Cancer, and you're not paying attention to those signals, anymore. Okay. My computer is being a little bit slow here. Where was I? Okay, so this is also, I recommend so this card is the passion flower, okay? Passion flower. And I recommend passion flower at night to help you sleep. You can take the passion flower tincture or tea. It's great for anxiety, insomnia, and stress, and nervousness. So I would say both male and female Cancers take that passion flower. You can take it in combination with valerian, and there are different teas that have blends too. It's like a passion flower blend. You can take that as well. Now that's what's crowning you. What you don't see coming is actually, this is what I call improving. Those of you who are generally healthy, okay, this is improving upon your health by doing a few little things that will, I call it tweaking your health, okay? That they're minor details. They may seem like minor details. This is the grape, okay? This is the 9 of Pentacles, the grape. It's all about grapes. So you can see she's plucking these grapes. And the card is all about dark grapes and the health benefits of grapes. And I have been posting 3 things that you can do that help kind of tweak your diet. Number 1, you can take grapeseed extract, okay? It's overall really, really good for you, okay? You can take grapeseed oil, okay, and you can cook with it. So you take out the trans fat, corn oil, or you take out the vegetable oil that's in your diet, or you take out even the olive oil that's in your diet, and you replace it with grapeseed oil. And grapeseed oil has a lot. I'm going to tangle on this. This is very important. This is like a small thing that you can do that will improve your health tremendously, okay? So I would take the grapeseed. I would try the grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is very mild and it's lighter. It's not as heavy as olive oil. It's not as difficult for your your liver and your gallbladder to handle, because it's an easier, I feel like it's easier to digest. So those of you who have difficult time, even eating olive oil or cooking with olive oil, you might try the grapeseed oil and see what you think. There's also the grapefruit tincture, which is great for iron deficiencies, high cholesterol. It's a powerful antioxidant against cancer, poor circulation, nerve damage, and healing wounds. So I've been posting a link to all three. And then generally eating more grapes. Grapes are kind of expensive, but sometimes it's nice just to kind of like get a whole bunch, take them off the vine, put them in a bag, and throw them in the freezer. And then they're cold, and then you can do all kinds of fun things with them. And you can just snack on them, when they freeze well. They're one of those great frozen fruits that I like. But you can do so many different things. And then, I am getting now too, you should, and I think I recommended this for Taurus. So if you're in a relationship with Taurus, have a glass of wine, red wine, with your Taurus counterpart, your other half, and relax, because you need to relax, because you have high anxiety, lots of anxiety and frustration. That's kind of been going on, and it needs to you need to chill out, and take some chill time and R&R time. This imbalance of staying up all night, not eating well, not drinking water. Maybe I feel like some of you have alcohol dependencies. Maybe you're drinking too much of the hard stuff. Switch to, half a glass of red wine, or even a quarter glass of red wine in the evening, or afternoon. I say afternoon, to just chill out, to relax. Now, this is not for everyone. Those of you who that are partying like rock stars, you need to drink more water. You need more fruits. And really, that's where the grapes come in, and the pineapple comes in, and even melon. And you need to have very water. There's a lot of vegetables too that have water, like I was saying, like cucumber and lettuce, and even bananas would be good for you. Now, emotionally, you're feeling very dissatisfied. Okay, to me, this is the whole grains card. Okay, this is the Ace of Pentacles, and the whole grains card is all about needing to improve your diet with whole foods and organic vegetables. It's time to switch to organic. If you don't eat organic, it's time to switch. Organic fruits and vegetables, whole grains, someone who's suffering from malnutrition, or never feeling satisfied in life, or fully, or full, You may have a lot of cravings. And cancers, to me, they're emotional. So they're emotional eaters, They're the kind of people that, will finish like a whole bag of Doritos because they're pissed off at someone. And says me who got mad at my neighbor and just had a whole bunch of chocolate-covered pretzels. You can appreciate that. However, they were homemade chocolate-covered pretzels, so I justify it. So it's just, and also it's unsatisfied inner desires and sexual frustration. You need love. That's the thing, Cancer. More than anything, you need love. And it's kind of like one of those cards. It's kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? But it's just true, Cancer. You're kind of just a mush, and you need real love. Now, what's coming in from the outside is Eight of Wands. And this is what's coming, and I don't like this. Although I like this sassafras, because that's what this is. Sassafras is one of my favorite trees. And actually, sassafras is one of those trees that really provides a lot of food for birds. And I'm getting a tingle. It's just a very special tree. And when I was a kid, there was this big sassafras tree that grew near the orchard that my parents had. And every time I went past that tree, if I was taking a walk with my dad or something, we'd pick a few leaves and we'd tear it and we'd smell it. And I love the smell of sassafras. To me, this is like the tree of the tree symbolizes to me good health. However, because your body, you're pushing your body to its limit, the tree is kind of under attack. So it's kind of like what's happening, or what's kind of bringing this on, is that you're pushing your limits and you're kind of just asking for a cold or flu that's ongoing because you're not resting enough. You don't stop. You're not stopping to take a break, okay? And the sassafras is actually interesting because it helps to detox for only in small quantities. It's great for skin issues and for urinary system. It's good for as a topical for poison or oak or eczema. Again, the eczema thing come up. The main thing is, and I don't even know if I can find sassafras online for you guys. There is a lot of things that I've read about sassafras that's controversial, okay? Because if you take it in too much, it's not good for your liver, okay? So my suggestion, this card to me is talking about how, to me, sassafras is, rather than something that I can just take and say, okay, you need to take this, okay? It's more about understanding that the sassafras to me represents the tree, a very special tree. And your health is like a very special tree that you need to water and then you need to take care of. And if you do, it will come back and take care of you. And I have a strong connection to trees, and for some reason I'm kind of getting emotional, and I don't know why. I think it's because I have this connection to it. I can't explain it, but it's, so you need to take care of yourself and your body, okay? And this is also trying a different approach to looking at life and one's problems. It may seem like a shit festival right now, or it may feel like it's sort of in the mid to like end of March, like it's a shit festival. Like on all sides, the shit is hitting the fan. And I said, look to nature and others for help, okay? So you need to drink more, you need to detox, you need to have less stress, less anxiety. You need to do little things that, help, like eating fruits. You need to work on switching or going organic with your fruits and vegetables. You need love more than anything. And you need to watch the limits, because cancers are very sensitive. And for you to go through this kind of stressful, I feel like sort of in March, you're going to feel like this push, like somebody's pushing you. Like it can also feel like the universe is forcing you. And I kind of get like a little bit of a feeling that the universe is forcing you, Cancer, to make some changes. The reason why you may feel like stuff's coming at you from all sides is because it's saying you need to change. You need to let go. You need to let go of the old way of doing things, the old mentalities, because you've got this old mentality. You have this older perspective on your health, and this also makes me think of someone who, has been going to a regular MD their entire life, and they've been put on all kinds of prescription drugs and antibiotics and all kinds of crap, and it's time for that to change. And if that's not you, then it's putting on a different set of glasses and looking through life differently. And you may want to take an art class. You may want to take a photography class where they help you, the teacher in art, because I went to art school, so I know all about this. They'll teach you to see things differently. And that's super important for you. It's important for you to see it differently and understand it differently and accept that the old way of doing things is not the best way any longer. It used to be. It just feels like maybe it's an old relationship that you need to get out of. It feels like maybe it's an old way of taking care of yourself. No longer is working, So you need to really kind of I hate even using these terms. My mom used to say this word, these terms. Get critical, okay? Where she'd tell us to clean our rooms when we were kids, and she'd be like, get critical, guys. You know, throw shit out. That's what she'd say. It was funny. So it's time for you to do that. So now the interesting card is this turned up is the Five of Wands. And interestingly, because you got, and this is in the position of attitude, okay? And the Five of Wands is, it's a card about turmeric, okay? It's turmeric. And you got the burdock root and you got turmeric. And it's funny because those are very two strong anti-tumor herbs, okay? And turmeric is really, I'm getting to be so fond of this. The root, it's not, turmeric root, I shouldn't say herb. Turmeric root is, it's so great because you can mix it into kind of yogurt and dips and all kinds of, you can put it into, curries, and you can put it into soups. You can do so many different things, but you can also take it, like as just like a capsule form. So you can do a lot of different things with it. And, but focusing on the card is really also about needing commitment in relationships. This may indicate a mixed race marriage, and a strong partnership. You need a strong partnership with a boyfriend or girlfriend. That's what you need. Cancers need stability, okay, because they've got all this emotion. It's going here and there and everywhere. They need to just have a strong foundation. And to me, this is a partnership. This is like, people that are working together towards the same goal. So you need to have a partner that's like, looking to the future with you and saying, what are our goals? What are our dreams? What do you want to do together? Do you want to climb, do you want to go to Machu Picchu? Do you want to climb Everest together? Do you want to go to a concert? Whatever the goal is, do you want to start a business? Cancers are great business people. This is the kind of thing that you need. You need someone who's going to look at it like that. It can also indicate a current relationship that's good, but I feel like, and for some of you I feel like for some of you who are married, this indicates a very strong partnership. For those of you who are single, this is all about needing commitment, okay? Those of you who have a boyfriend or girlfriend, I feel like they don't have the same goals as you do. So you don't have that common thing where you're working towards the same things. It's like you're working towards this and they're working towards this, and you're like splitting because you're not communicating about your goals and your dreams together. It's not you and them versus the world. It's you and them. It's you versus them in some cases. Okay, so talking about the turmeric is excellent for female menstrual issues. Interestingly enough, it's anti-tumor, anti-cancer. It focuses on healing the liver. Okay, and also, this is also liver problems. Okay, so we got strong liver. I feel like the key word is liver here. So I feel like some of you have liver problems because you're borderline alcoholic. Okay, you're drinking way too much, and you need to detox your liver. The turmeric would be really good for you, whether you put it into the food that you're making, because cancers love to cook and cancers love to eat, and they make amazing chefs. Okay, so you may be a chef, add it in, but you may be drinking too much as well as eating too much. Okay, and then, it's interesting. The final card is the wild yam. So you've got the turmeric root, you've got burdock root, and you've got the wild yam, which is also a root, as the outcome. And it's interesting because the wild yam is, it's good for the liver or gallbladder issues, especially for men and women. Okay, so This can also indicate painful periods for women. So I feel like some of you have some pain, some menstrual period issues, cycle issues. I feel like some of you have hot flashes. That's black cohosh and the dim for those for you who are going through that. I feel like it's liver and gallbladder problems for men. That's for Cancer men. I feel like the liver is it's kind of your liver is your friend, but I feel like right now liver is your enemy. Okay, you're not really taking care of your liver like you should. It says the wild yam increases bioflow. It reduces liver stress and relieves menstrual cramps. It's great for arthritis conditions. It's natural anti-inflammatory. Good for stomach cramps. It's good for nerves, restlessness, and lowers blood cholesterol. So those of you who have high cholesterol, probably because you're eating fast food. This tells me you are eating fast food, Cancer, or there's some of you who are eating fast food, or even eating food that's just crap. It's just total crap. And it's just like very high in cholesterol. And you need to kind of go to this. This is what you need to switch to. Whole grains, whole foods. Seriously, if you can get to a Whole Foods market, that would be, The thing is a lot of people who have the depression era consciousness, they don't spend money on food. I could go into Whole Foods and spend $300, snap, But people like that generally can't. And sometimes cancers can be very thrifty when it comes to money. So they may not want to spend that kind of money on food. But even if you went to Safeway or grocery store near you, and you just switched a few of your vegetables, okay, and got a few things, like a few beautiful heirloom tomatoes, or a few bunches of organic bananas, or like a few bunches of organic grapes, and you put them in the freezer, or like even a bag of like frozen berries that you can get, that will keep for a long time, and that will kind of save you money. Because it may seem like a lot of money at first, but then you only really have a small portion over time. So a bag that may cost you between $8 and $10 really has only cost you, like per portion, like 25 cents or something like that. So it's one of those things, you need to start adding things in. I feel like corn is very important for you. Corn oil needs to go out, but corn, like fresh corn, would be good for you. Fresh, like, I don't know, I'm getting like the whole grain thing. So like, more, even, and normally I recommend gluten-free, but I feel like for you, you kind of need to eat like whole wheat or like bread that has a lot of like different grains in it. More grain, like 12 grain bread or something like that. Not for everyone, but for some of you, especially for you guys, I feel like you're not eating the whole grains. Like even if you had like a bowl of oatmeal in the morning or something, like I feel like oatmeal would go a long way for you guys. I don't know why. Normally this doesn't, come up, but this is important. This is what your body is needing. And if you are also struggling with, feeling low energy, I've been talking about how I love my juicer. I got this amazing juicer, and you should get a juicer, okay? Start juicing because you'll feel like lighter instantly, really. Once you drink it, I call it magical juice, Juice whatever you want. Apples, oranges, beets, ginger, juice it all. Celery, carrots, you can juice tomatoes, any of your fruit that you got are hanging around, cucumbers. It's just something that you should consider. And so that is all. So I'm going to go ahead and say there's a lot of these things for both male and female cancers. The female cancers, I feel like they're splitting here into two kind of categories that I'm seeing. Female cancers, you're struggling with female period issues. Guys, you're struggling with more drinking and, partying maybe too hard and not listening to your body. And you both need to switch to whole grains, maybe get a juicer, organic vegetables, get rid of the trans fat oils, cook a little bit differently. Both need to focus on detoxing. Both need to work on finding a partner that's going to complete you and start to think about goals and have a long-term future with you. if you're not already in one. If you're in a marriage, you need to talk to that person, or a long-term boyfriend or girlfriend. You need to talk to that person about your goals and your future together, because maybe it's been a while since you had that talk and it's kind of time, I feel. I think that's it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I know this is a long one, but I wish you all the best, okay? So I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.